And we're on the air. All right, we're hopefully live. We'll see if we're on live here in just a second. People can catch up. How's it going, you guys? Welcome to the show, Traveling with Bruce here in Calgary. I'm hoping we are being received by one and all. I'm waiting for the show to kick in. Here we go. I see the ad kicking in on my phone. So, you know, YouTube is paying me. Or I'm paying myself through my own cell phone. How about that? Yeah, giddy up, baby. Fantastic. How are you guys? Welcome to Friday. Doesn't look like a great shot at this point as far as the picture goes. We'll see how this works out as we continue on. Let me know if the picture is terrible or if the sound is off or anything like that. Bruce is a bit blurry, Thomas saying. I see that, so I'm keeping an eye on things. 1 second here. I've got to make sure I've got my volume off, and I'm off here on this other side. Yes, I am. So hopefully it's not too bad. Let's see how it looks now. Maybe it's a little better. We'll kind of take it by ear and see how we do. How are you, everybody? Welcome to the show. August 17th, 2018. It's Friday. Yeehaw! It is Friday. Here in Calgary, still smoky, hazy, terrible. Warm in the about 83 degrees today, not 100 or anything like that, not 90, but 83 and smoky and hazy, unfortunately. And that's not going to change for another couple of days. They say, hopefully, you know, a front will come around and we'll get some relief. We'll hope for the best. That's all we can say. All we can do. Thank you for all of your messages of support for the show, thumbs ups that you guys are giving me. I appreciate that very much. Also, comments have been coming in, of course, as always. I love those. The sub count, we're now at 2541, coming up to 2,550 subscribers. Fantastic. Welcome new subscribers to the show, to the channel. What was I also going to say? Oh, those of you, I think we had a couple of purchases on Amazon in the last couple of days through the Amazon affiliate link, which is right below here in the description on this video if you're watching it later today. And thank you for any of you guys who are supporting this channel through the affiliate link at Amazon. It's fantastic. Also, a couple of folks have bought a couple of items on the Redbubble store. A t-shirt and a couple of tote bags the last couple of days have gone through. Fantastic. Some of the new logos are being scooped up by some of you guys, which is great. I'm really excited about how they look. They're coming through fantastic. And also, some of you have been making, as always, repeat offenders here, the good kind, getting donations coming in on my PayPal account. Thank you again. I noticed. I'm just trying to remember who did what when. It's been a whirlwind of activity here for me. Let me tell you, I'm trying to keep up with everything here. Want to say hi and thank you to the guys at D&G. Thank you guys who made a contribution to my channel. Thank you so much. One channel to another. Thank you. That was wonderful. I came in last night towards the end of the day. For Tracy Dunlap and Lillian, thank you for your donation on my channel. They sent me donations saying this is for putting up with all that orange stuff on your 5 p.m. show. They're watching. They're seeing the stress I'm being put under by some of these viewers of mine. Some are instigators. What can I say? Thank you so much, you guys. And of course, Robert Brandt yesterday sent me a contribution. Thank you, sir, very much. Not the first time. Very much appreciate all of you guys for all of that. Thank you very much. Helps keep this channel alive and going, and that is fantastic. So thank you all. I know that I think we had a little donation yesterday also from our favorite gal in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, who's heading to college today. She sent me a little donation on Super Chat yesterday, and at the moment, her name escapes me because I'm so frazzled with trying to get the show set up on time. Brittany Lockwood. Thank you, Brittany, also for yesterday's contribution to the cause. So there you go. In case any of you are curious, there's a little painting behind me, a little illustration back here. I don't know if you can see it very well with today's quality of the transmission. Let me just take a look at it. Well, it's kind of okay. It's actually an illustration of the Berlin subway system. That's a print that my daughter picked up in Berlin on her travels, and she had it framed when she got back here to Canada. And that's a depiction of the of the subway system in Berlin. I think that's what the subway cars used to look like when East Berlin was running the show. After the war, of course, Berlin was, essentially not exactly cut in half, but kind of split in two, obviously two pieces, obviously East and West Berlin. And the subway lines had been running since the early 1900s in the city of Berlin. And as it works out, when the war ended, the troops sort of divided the city on the surface, and wherever the border was, it stayed, and that just meant, straight down from here, it's either east or west. And parts of the subway in Berlin were in East Berlin. Parts of the subway ended up in West Berlin. And so the East Berlin section of the subway, the cars were not modernized very much from the war years. Right up until '89, they really weren't modernized at all. They just kept maintaining them to keep them going. This would be the East Germans. On the West German side, yeah, they did modernize the subway system as it went along. And once reunification took place in 1989, the entire subway line was reunified as well as the rest of the city. And now, no matter where in the city you are, you might be getting on a car that's 30, 40 years old or brand new as things go on. As time goes on, these older cars won't exist anymore. They'll be in some, they'll probably are, I think there is a museum in Berlin for these older cars already, sort of the old days of Berlin. Because Berlin, Germany was one of the first cities in the world to have full-blown subway system way back, like I say, in the early 1900s. So anyway, that's kind of a neat little thing. It reminds me of my daughter living in Berlin and my travels there. And as you know, who watch me regularly, how much I love Berlin. I love the place. Anyway, there you go. So thank you, everybody, for your help, your support, your comments, thumbs ups, everything. And appreciate it very much. We're on today, Friday, here at 5 o'clock. I'm on tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I should be on my show. I should be on the show from the house. The kids also have a house, so I should be up there with the cats, and we'll see if they make an appearance or not. This is my last show from my daughter's condo. So looking forward to the move and continuing on. So hopefully you can join me tomorrow. Sunday will be my day off. And then Monday, I'm back on the air. All things considered, should be back on from Calgary. As I continue on until a week from now, I should be here in Calgary until next Friday. And I'm not sure about Thursday, Friday next week, what the schedule looks like for those 2 days. But between now and Monday, Tuesday, everything seems to be, as usual, on we go. So fantastic. Thank you. Today's show, I've got a couple of topics to talk about today. I want to talk about Panama, the country of Panama, and a brand new port being built there. Quite an interesting story. And also have a little more news on Dubai. Dubai keeps popping up on the news feeds for cruiseaholics like myself. Dubai is popping up again and again and again with more. There's more information coming all the time about what's happening with respect to the port of Dubai and its future. It's going to become a bigger dominant piece of the future, the cruising future, I think. So we'll get to all of that. I want to say hi to everybody who's here. And those of you who are joining me for the first time, this is all about cruising. We'll talk about cruise ship vacations, cruise ships, ports of call, all that kind of stuff. Any of you who are new to cruising, you have questions about going on your first ever cruise, or you haven't been on a cruise for a while and you're curious about what it's like nowadays, you got questions, let us know. I and my viewers are more than happy to try to answer any questions you have about going on a cruise. Yeah, if you're a regular cruiser, this channel's for you too. If it's been a while, or you're getting ready to go on a cruise and you're suffering from cruise withdrawal, you're hanging out with other cruise withdrawal addicts right here. We're all addicted to cruising. Welcome, one and all. If you'd like to type in where you're watching me from, what your high temperature is today, let us know you're following us. That would be great. I'd love to hear from you. And otherwise, if you just like watching and don't let on that you're there, that's okay too. I hope you enjoy the show nonetheless. Peter Heckema signed in today at 4:22 to say hi. And he was saying hi, Bruce and everyone. Sunny with a little rain here in Tarpon Springs, Florida today. Temperature is 90 degrees. Bruce, I hope the smoke from the wildfires is better. Not by much. It's pretty socked in. These forest fires are so intense, so massive, so widespread geographically. There are hundreds. There's 550 fires in British Columbia right now. 550. going at the same time. Lightning storms almost every second day, and they start more. The earth is dry, it's kindling, it's just ripe for the picking. There apparently is a weather system coming in shortly through the weekend into next week that might bring us some shower activity, but I don't know where, and I don't know how much or how long. But boy, a couple of good days of showers would be welcome relief for everyone. I know California could sure use rain. Washington State, Idaho, we could all use rain. Well, hope for the best, and we'll keep our fingers crossed. Tom Henry, hi Peter, where's everybody? It's 96 in Richmond. Robert Brandt is here. Hi Bruce and everyone. It was 88 in Vienna, Austria today. But now it's a nice 75 degrees. Robert Brandt is on a Viking river cruise, and he is spending the first of 2 days in Vienna, Austria today. Pretty good gig, I gotta say. Fantastic. Peter Heckman is saying good afternoon, Tom and Robert. Tom Henry saying, hey, Robert, I saw today is National Rum Day. Very important. Peter Heckman, I thought I was going to be the only one here. Jeff Sume is here. Hey, Jeff. Hi, Bruce and everyone. It is 64 degrees in Seattle. Our air quality is improving from Eastern Washington fires. Oh, boy, that's good to hear, Jeff. I sure hope it improves for everybody. We sure need to welcome back, buddy. Wendy Thompson is here. Hi, Peter, Tom, Robert. The rain here, 70 here in Ocala. Happy Friday, everyone. Hi, Bruce. There's a roof on our deck, and next to the screen and walls and doors, so they can sit outside and stay dry and enjoy. Welcome, Wendy, from the Ocala, Florida area, the new Floridian in my midst. Fantastic. Tom Henry. Usually by this time, there's a long chat in progress already. I'm drinking a blue raspberry slush puppy to cool off my overworked brain. No alcohol. Gotcha. Sometimes he just needs a rest. Happy 1 month anniversary, Wendy in Ocala. Peter Heckman, Tom, I was a day early, too early. Had my rum runners yesterday. Tom Henry saying, hi, Jeff. Wendy, thank you, Tom. Wendy, I'm still smiling here. Happy to be here at last. Robert Brandt, it is National Rum Day. Around my house, we just call that another day. Right on. Tom Henry, thumbs up. Peter Heckman, Wendy, you will like Florida even more in January when it's cold and snowy up north. Robert Brandt's going rum runners. Yeah. And cheers, Wendy says. Robert Brandt, I was asked in Vienna today, who's Bruce? Who's this guy? Who's this guy, Bruce? This driving with Bruce guy you're referring to? Who's that? Wes Morrison, happy Friday, 102 here in New Braunfels, Texas. Welcome, Wes. How are you, pal? Welcome to Friday. Hang in there, stay indoors, stay cool. Scott Weber, hi, everyone. I'm back from Alaska, and it was great. Scott, fantastic. What ship were you on? Remind us. How was your cruise? Wendy Thompson, Robert, did you see the Lippensonner horses? The Lippensonner horses? You see those guys today? Tom Henry, so at the end of yesterday's show, I had just received an email from Norwegian saying we would not be stopping in Manzanillo, Mexico next April, nor Puerto Vallarta due to port congestion. Do you buy that? Boy, that's interesting. Puerto Vallarta, port congestion, Manzanillo, Mexico. Boy, that's well, it's possible. I guess it's possible. I'm gonna suggest that there's a couple of reasons maybe why traffic is up next year. One, the Norwegian Joy. The Norwegian Joy has been reshifted from. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong here. Hang on. Just give me a second here. This is next spring, you're saying, aren't you? Sorry, I'm just kind of trying to figure this out next year. No, it's not the Joy, because the Joy won't be in Puerto Vallarta or anywhere else down to Mexico until next fall, not 2019. This is spring. So what ship are we talking about? Are we talking about are we talking perhaps about some of the princess ships that are being brought over that are going to do those classic California coastals along with some Mexico cruising? Are they butting in on your territory there? What about the second ship that Carnival's bringing over? They're bringing over a ship into San Diego, and also Holland America. They're bringing a couple of ships out of San Diego next year for Mexican cruises. Is that what is going on? Are those 3, 4, 5 ships that are being added to the West Coast next year getting in the way of your ship? I'm surprised that your ship, Tom, would be kicked out of there. You guys were likely booked to be in those ports, a long time ago, because you bought your cruise quite a while back. So I'm a bit puzzled by this. Hopefully, we'll get more info on this as we go. But that's interesting mentioning that. I appreciate that. Paul Wolgas, hi Bruce and everyone. It's 84 and extremely muggy here in Virginia. Paul, hang in there. Tom Henry, or is it something going on in Manzanilla? Maybe something, gang activity. I don't know, Tom. Jeff, good to see you, Tom. Robert Brent, no, I didn't. Spend most of the day. He didn't see the Lippenzano horses. He's saying, no, I didn't. I spent most of the day Schonenberg Palace. I'm sure I butchered the spelling, but I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the royal family, the Habsburgs, the royal family, the Habsburgs Palace, which is just a stunning place to see. It's a must-see place, and doing that in a day, it doesn't do it justice, does it? You could be there for like a week, not see it all. Tom Henry smiling. Hi, Paul. Robert Brandt, black shirt, playing it safe. Yeah, this isn't a citrus color. There's no citrusy here. It's either black or white, and today it's black. That's it. I had enough fun changing shirts on the air yesterday. I don't want to do that again. I'll tell you right now. Oh, man, Tom Henry. Bruce is a bit blurry. I agree, folks. I'm going to just take another peek at my image here. Well, yeah, kind of blurry. I hope the sound is okay. Doing the best I can with what little internet I've got. Paul Wilgus is laughing out loud. Scott Weber, it's overcast in mid-70s here in Palos Verdes, California. Scott, that's not too bad, mid-70s. Pretty good weather. Welcome back, buddy. Robert Brandt, Tom, have a drink, and he will unblur. Tom Henry, Robert, do you have a German interrogation light? That might help. Why does it need one of those? What's going on? Debbie Emanuel, hello, everyone. 97 to Northern California with Hazel Smoke. Welcome back, Debbie, to the show. We're having fun here with these guys. Nice to have you here. Oh, my goodness. Awful close to 100 degrees, though. That's too hot. Steve Bartley, Wendy, if it is that cool now, Ocala will probably get snow in the winter. It snowed just north of Gainesville when I was at Upper Florida. Jim Thomas, hey, bud, and all 99 here today in Anderson, California. Jim, I just think I just noticed a message come through here. I think you may have sent me a donation. Am I right? Yeah. Yes, sir. Clifford Thomas, thank you, Jim, so much for your continued support. I appreciate that. I just saw that pop in a few minutes ago. And thank you again for all your support. Fantastic. Welcome back, buddy. Steaming Bean. Bruce looks good in this light, the handsome devil. Thank you, Steamer. Tom Henry. I shopped at Amazon today after the Redbubble store. Oh, right on, Tom. This is awesome. Needed some razor blades. Oh, those are what, $3.50 a piece now? Is this ridiculous? The price of razor blades? What's with that? Crazy. Let's see here. Tom Henry. I claim a couple tote bags. Oh, right on. You picked up some tote bags with that new logo. I have this new logo. It looks like a seal with like a graduation seal you put on a university diploma, and all are on there. Oh, it's beautiful. Just you guys you should check that thing out. It looks pretty good on the old Redbubble store. Fantastic, Tom. Christine is here. Hi, all. 3.5 more work days until Alaska. Giddy up. Fantastic. Getting out of Dodge. Fantastic, Christine. Tracy Dunlop, hi, Bruce, and all. Overcast and raining in Naples today. Tracy, thank you again for your donation. I was mentioning it earlier on the show. Caught that late yesterday. You're compensating me for changing my shirts on the air. I appreciate it. What a guy has to do. I tell you, it's unbelievable. Fantastic. Wendy Thompson, it just rained, Steve. Robert, that name is easy to misspell. Robert Brandt, hi, Tracy Dunlop. Raining a lot. Robert Brandt, orange. Who said orange? I didn't say that. I'm not saying that color. I don't want to lose 20 more subscribers. Oh, I'm not going there. Sylvan Forest, hi, Bruce and everyone. 91 degrees Fahrenheit and muggy here. I realized this morning that we had entered into single-digit countdown for my cruise. Oh, man, that's awesome. Slightly fuzzy picture, but I can live with that. Less than 10 days to go for Sylvan to get on his next cruise. Fantastic. Buddy, Tom Henry, I love orange. Everyone, take everyone's security away when they leave the government. Wendy Thompson, orange for the Dutch. Yeah, well, that's true. Orange for the Dutch. Robert Brandt, biting tongue and having a little sip. I'm not saying anything. I'm just having a sip, and I'm biting my tongue, he says. Tom Henry, having a great time, Sylvan Forest. Make sure you have a good time. Tracy Dunlop, last night and today, off and on thunder, lightning and rain, probably about 2 inches near us. at Robert Brant. That's how much rain's coming down. Paul Wolga said, Robert Brant, me too. Desi Wagner from Chicago. Hello, all. Still working, but wanted to check in. Bruce, don't change shirts this time. Makes me think it's a different day. Yeah, just to stay with what you're. I had a friend of mine who called me this morning, and he was saying, yeah, he says I was out yesterday, and I came back home, and I ran into the house, and I put the show on, and I was listening to your show, and I said, what color shirt was I wearing? And he's going, what color shirt were you wearing? What is this, skill testing question? I said, well, yeah, what shirt? Can you remember what color shirt? He says, I'm not sure. I said, well, where in the show did you join? So, I kind of watched the last 20 minutes. I cut the end of it. I said, you missed the wardrobe change. He says, wardrobe change? What's going on? I said, you got to watch the replay, buddy. To get context, you got to see what's going on. So he has to watch the replay to catch it. I'm not telling him. I'm not telling him. You want to know? You've got to watch it to see for yourself. Desi Wagner is saying hi. This is fantastic. Hi there, Desi. I'll try to keep this shirt on and not make changes. Robert at Tracy Dunlap, hoping our pool isn't flooding. Maybe need to get someone to check. Yeah, Robert, you might need someone to pop over there. Sylvan Forest, their Berlin subway system rolling stock is painted a warmish yellow-red, a color I won't mention. No instigator here. Yes, is it of a citrusy nature? This color over here, is this of a citrusy type nature? I'm not trying to say anything with this. It's not my painting. I'm just a YouTuber trying to grow his channel and trying to make everybody happy at the same time. It's not easy, Silman. I'll tell you that right now. Robert Brant's laughing. Tom Henry, hi Debbie. You snuck in while I wasn't looking. You see. Paul Wilson, howdy everybody. Hey Paul, Tracy Dunlap at Robert Brant. The little sips of those big sips get you in trouble. They keep them tiny. Stephen Bean, who is booked? Steaming wants to know. Steamer, Tom Henry, 2 Paul W's. Now I will be confused again. Here we go. Robert Brant. Actually, Tracy, it's not the sips that get me in trouble. Robert, MG Toe is saying, Robert, was your trip worth it, or would you rather be on a regular cruise ship somewhere? That's a good question. Paul Wilgus laughing out loud. Steamer, the SPS kept my sanity on the escape. The SPS? The SIPs kept my sanity. Is that what you're saying? The Steam and Bean, the pool areas were too loud. Okay. Or were you talking about the spas? I'm not sure what Steamer. I'm not sure what area of the ship you're talking about. Robert Brandt, MG Toe. Not over until Monday. I was talking about that with my wife. It's been top-notch food, beverages, and service. If we did it again, I think we would just get a balcony room and not the I think they're the suite. They're in an Explorer suite, so just get a regular room. Robert Brandt, the food, etc., is the same for everyone. So it doesn't matter what room you're in, you get top-notch food no matter what. Tracy at Robert Brandt, I doubt it. The pool. I doubt the pool when the sun is out. It is so hot, water evaporates so quickly. They are getting more rain out on the estates than we are here. Okay, so comparing notes, the house in Naples, Florida, about how much water is in the pool versus the rain coming down and this type of thing. Robert Brandt, okay, thanks, Tracy. I think it should run into the bay before the house. Tracy, okay, then take some gulps. All righty. Debbie Manuel, hey Bean, how did you enjoy Elvis? So we really enjoyed all of the outtakes at the end of the show. They went out last night. Debbie Manuel and her mom, and it was your sister. I can't remember who you went out. And I know that the Steamer went out last night. They went to the local theater to watch the Elvis Presley comeback special from 1968. Well, how was it, everybody? Tell us. Tom Henry says, wasn't Scott on the Bliss? He was to report on Adrian, I think. Let's find out. Scott, is that true? Debbie, hi, Thomas. Hope you are doing well. Jim Thomas, hey, Debbie T. Ed Tolleson is here. E.T. Jr., hey, buddy. Hello, Bruce and all. Hey, buddy, how's it going? How's New York today? Ed Debbie Manuel, hi, Jimbo. Scott Weber, I was on the Holland America Zandam, a smaller but very nice ship. Okay, he wasn't on the Bliss. Ports of call were awesome. Saw so many whales, and the weather was most days really good weather. Fantastic. I'm sure tell me, was Holland America did they treat you right? How was the food? Did you eat in the main dining room most of the time? Let us know. let's see here. Paul Wilkes, I see you have that color pants on again, Bruce, laughing out loud. Well, yeah, these are the standard fare. These I wear these all the time. I love these. Tom Henry, the Bliss apparently skipped Manzanilla, both prior PC cruises too. Someone thought the Bliss was too big, but wouldn't it tender then? Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, they may not want to do tenders with that many passengers, perhaps. Tom Henry, are we going to Cabo? So we'll tender there. That should be fun. Yeah, you'll be going to Cabo, and that'll be a tendering for sure. Scott Weber, it is weird to book a cruise a year out in advance because while I was on the cruise, I booked my vacation for next year already. It's kind of weird, but yeah, you're already booked out. Debbie Manuel, Bruce, you are not blurry. You just look airbrushed. Laugh out loud. Well, thank you. That hides the blemishes. You know, it's that I remember there was a show I called a movie I watched was called Soap Dish. I don't know if any of you remember that show. I believe it starred Sally Field. I don't know if it starred Whoopi Goldberg or not too, but I think it was Soap Dish, or it might have been another show I remember watching with it was Tootsie. It was Tootsie with oh gosh, all the actors in Tootsie. I'm sorry, I'm having a tough time. Bill Murray, I think, was in there for sure. But there was a scene in Tootsie where the lead actor, and you think I remember his name, the guy that played Tootsie, they were doing a camera test on her. They took like a back shot, and the director said, "Can you pan back? Can you pan back any further to kind of blur out some of the the thing?" And the cameraman said, "How about New Jersey?" I gotta go so far back. He goes, "Oh, anything closer, it's gonna be on the." Dustin Hoffman was the lead actor on that movie. Oh, I love that line. Yeah, how about I back up to New Jersey? Debbie, I know you're being kind to me, and I appreciate it. It's all good, and I'm with you. Wow, imagine the contributions if you weren't shirtless. If you went shirtless, Debbie, how I might lose 300 subscribers. They might be grossed out, and then I'm probably not going to get 500 more over the next year because they won't ever come in if they ever hold on with this. I don't think the contributions to make up for it. I don't think there are any contributions there to be had, to be honest. I think people will be grossed out. That's just my guess. Paul Wilgus, Debbie Manuel, or lack thereof, laugh out loud. There you go. There you go. Paul's got it. Sylvan, wasn't there a show called Black is the New Orange or something like that? I forgot. Orange is the New Black. Yeah, Orange is the New Black. Thanks, Sylvan. Thanks for the little shots. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you just stir the pot like everybody else. I appreciate it. Frank, stop bullying Bruce for his clothes. He's wonderful. Laugh out loud. Oh, Nina, you're so kind and sweet, and thank you very much. It's okay. I can take it. I can take it. It's the price I have to pay for the fame and the fortune. What can I say? Okay, Debbie, True Paul, Paul Wilgus, she's laughing. And Jordan, good morning, Bruce and all. It's 28 in Brisbane today, and you made it. Welcome to the show. Early in the morning for you. Nice to have you here. Paul Wilgus, hi, and Tom Henry. I'm just surprised he didn't pack his traveling with Bruce shirts. I'm here for like 9 days, and I thought, geez, I got to pack a bunch of these, and then I got to pack the other clothing, and I don't want to bring a big old suitcase, so I tried to pack everything in a smaller suitcase, and I just don't have room for it all. So the TWBs had to stay at home. I'm letting them rest, and I'll put them back on when I get back. It's all good. Tom Henry, hi, Ann. Ooh, that's warm, 28 Celsius. Yeah, that's getting up to 80. Debbie Emanuela saying, hi, Ann. Robert Brandt, how about bronzed poop? Is that better than the citrus color? Is that better? Oh, my goodness. Ann Jordan, hey, Debbie, Tom Henry, Desi, Paul. Good morning, Robert. Good morning, everybody. Paul Williams laughing out loud. Sylvan Forrest, I was told in Martinique that it's the ice in your cocktail that makes you tipsy. So they didn't have any. Interesting idea. I used to remember watching Jackie Gleason on the Jackie Gleason show that the story goes had to be fresh ice. Always had to have the freshest ice because old ice will give you a hangover. How about that? And he knew what he was talking about. I mean, Jackie put it on. He partied, that guy. And Jordan, morning, Wendy, Nina, Christine, the Steamy Bean, Scott, everybody, as usual, and is my official greeter. Tom Henry, Scott, we have our cruises for 2019 and 20 booked now. We just need to get Bruce moving on his group cruise. Had a chat today, by the way, with vacationstogo.com. Kat, Kat is talking to me about Dustin Hoffman. Thank you, Kat. Thank you very much. I did remember it. Good morning. Robert Brandt with traveling Dustin Hoffman and Jessica Lange. Yes. And you remember Jessica Lange's boss in the movie? He was the guy from 9 to 5. The name escapes me at the moment, but he played a good role too. He was the scummy director. You remember him? Scott Weber. All America was very good food in the main dining room. Very good. Well presented. Buffet was of better quality than of Carnival. I'm not surprised to hear all of this, Scott. This is exactly, excuse me, Scott Weber. This is exactly as I remember Holland America, and people I've talked to who've been on Holland America since I've been on Holland America. This is a consistent story about the quality of the food in the main dining room. It's really good. Buffet, better than average. Cheers to Holland America. I like that. D&G, good afternoon, everyone. Hey, D&G. What did I walk into? They're asking. First of all, I've been giving shout-outs today to everybody, and I gave a shout-out to you guys. I'm doing it again. Thank you for making a contribution to my channel on my PayPal donation button thing. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Helps keep me on the air. What have you gotten into? Well, someone just asked me, Bruce, when are you doing a get-together for a meet and greet cruise? And I was just going to say, was talking today to vacationstogo.com. I have a gentleman there that I talked to now who is in charge of group cruise bookings, and I'm beginning to work out logistics with him and timing and how it works and what happens and all that sort of stuff. So it is under the beginnings of the beginning are continuing on, and hopefully in the next few weeks I will start announcing meet and greet dates, ships, dates, itineraries, and you can pick the one you want to catch up with me and Jennifer on. Could be a lot of fun. So looking forward to that. So stand by, everybody. It is underway. Jim Thomas, are you trying to remember the name Dustin Hoffman? I was, and everyone helped me get it. Kat saying hi. And Robert Brandt at Traveling with Bruce. Get the twins to co-host with you shirtless, and you'll gain all sorts of new demographics. Are they cruise ship demographics or just cruise demographics? There's a difference there. Yeah, it's all in the lingo. That's all you say. Yes, Robert. Yes, that would be interesting, entertaining. Don't know if it would be, in the long run, good for the channel. But I'll take that under advisement, Robert. Thank you very much. And Jordan, good afternoon. D&G Explorer, D&G, hi, Ann. Scott Weber, Bruce, I travel with my autistic daughter, and Holland America was helpful in dealing with her. She can be a handful of times, but she loved seeing the wildlife. Fantastic, sir. I'm glad that worked out. That is awesome. That is fantastic. Paul Wilga said, Robert, great idea. Robert Brandt, pack TWB shirts. Tom Henry, hi, D&G Explorers. Just more orange jokes is what Tom's saying. Robert Brandt, no arguing with Jackie. Wendy Thompson, good day. And Desi, hello, greeter. And Jay, good morning. Robert Brandt, Dabney Coleman, thank you. Paul Wilgus, Dabney Coleman. Yeah, he was the 9 to 5 lead actor, and he was the producer in Tootsie with the other cast members, Dustin Hoffman. Fantastic movie, loved it. Robert Brandt and Paul Lucas, we are a wealth of useless info. Oh, aren't we all? We're just full of hot air, I'm telling you. D&G, more orange shirts today at Tom Henry or underwear this time. We're not going there. Robert Brandt, see what happens when you sell booze for 30 years. See, I see, or perhaps drink it. Yes, Robert. Hi, D&G. D&G, hey, Robert. Paul Wilgus, Robert Brandt, apparently so. Laugh out loud. D&G, welcome, Bruce. Your support of our channel means so much. And hey, have you guys hit 300 yet? I know you're zooming in on 300 subscribers. I meant to ask the other day, have you broken the 300 subscriber mark? And if so, congratulations. If you haven't, I know you're about to. And way to go, you guys. You're coming. You're coming. Cat Rose, it's 93, but feels like 99. And Jordan, hey, Desi, how are you? Robert Brandt, I'm in for TWB Cruises for sure. Tom Henry, Bruce. Tom Henry, Bruce could hit 1 million quickly that way, Robert. Robert Brandt, I said all sorts of new demographics. Yeah, all sorts. Tom Henry, I was watching a few of those YouTubers. I couldn't believe the subscriber count. Okay, I'm not sure what you, Tom, you got to give me more info on that. I'm not sure what to say. D&G, we're at 306. Way to go, you guys. Busted through 300 and you're going on. I know what this feels like. I've been there. In January this year, I started the year at 220 or so. And by February the 17th, I had 1,000 subscribers because the big push was on to get to 1,000 subscribers and become monetized. So boy, it's exciting, and way to go, you guys. You deserve it. It's fantastic. And Jordan, awesome. D&G, great news. Robert Brandt, D&G Explorers is a must-watch, so follow, you guys. Scott Weber, I booked All in America, Neustadt next year, rear view balcony cabin. It is a 21-day cruise to Norway, Iceland, and the UK. Never been and would love to see it. That is going to be an awesome cruise. 3 weeks. Fantastic. Man, you're going to love that. That is going to be fabulous, Scott. Way to go. Tom Henry, Robert knows Bruce doesn't need to know. Robert knows Bruce doesn't. Yeah, okay. Thanks, Tom. Well, anyway, there you go. Today's news. Here's what I'm going to talk to you guys about. China. China is working with Panama, the country of Panama. They are building a brand new cruise terminal in Panama on the Pacific side of the Panama Canal, right near the downtown area, towards the downtown area. They're dredging and reclaiming land right now to put together a dock. Will become quite large. It's going to be quite a massive operation. Panama is interested, and Chinese money is going in there, and European technology is being used to build out this place. They want to create a port in Panama. I'm going to call it Amador, A-M-A-D-O-R, Amador. They want to create the Amador Cruise Port on the Pacific side of the Panama Canal to attract up to 5,000 passenger ships at the same time. And they're looking for turnarounds. So they would like to have cruise lines use Amador as a home port starting in 2019 and 20 to start and end cruises in Panama City. They have an international airport, so that's not a problem. They have the Panama Canal right there. So if you want to fly to Panama and then do a South American cruise, you can head down the West Coast right away, or go through the Panama Canal and go past Colombia and South America down Brazil way, you go that way. Or to do a Caribbean cruise, of course, you go through the Panama Canal, fly the Caribbean, come back to the Panama Canal, back to Amador. Or you can do a Mexican Riviera cruise and right from Panama, South America, through Costa Rica and Mexico, and right up to LA. Right at the moment, like as we speak, this year alone, 260 cruise ships will be going through the Panama Canal. And so the folks in Panama City are going, hey, with Amador, brand new port, which will be all decked out for everything. We'll have all the services here. Plus, we can offer shore excursions to passengers that we've not been able to offer before right in Panama City. There's a whole lot of history to see there. We can organize tours and day trips from here. We have 260 cruise ships to go after just to stop in for a day visit, let alone become a home port location. MSC Cruises are in advanced discussions apparently already with Amador. And this is something I've been kind of warning you guys about, telling you guys about lately. This MSC company, they're only just getting started. We haven't heard anything about MSC in any real sense yet. We hear from Carnival all the time. We hear from Royal Caribbean all the time. We hear from Norwegian all the time, and all the other lines that they operate. But MSC, we don't hear much from MSC comparatively speaking, but we're going to. MSC is going to home port out of Amador. I can feel that coming. And I can see them using that port to launch Mexican Riviera cruises in the dead of winter, where you don't have to fly to LA to get on a Mexican cruise, where it's only in the mid-40s at night or in the mid-50s in January in the daytime. You're going to fly right to Panama City from the US. and you're going to get on MSC cruise ships that will come up towards Mexico. They may not even make Cabo. They might only go up to Port of Vallarta or to other ports along the way. And I can also feel it coming. There will be private resort ports built along South America, like Central America, on the Pacific side, where cruise ships will come, something similar to Labadee in Haiti, or Princess Key, or Amber Cove, these kinds of places. I sense this is the future for Central America cruise stops for cruise lines. And MSC and Royal Caribbean and Norwegian and the Carnival group of cruise ships, all the lines, Princess, Holland America, they'll all be applying those kinds of stops where this Amador port might well be the starting and ending port for some of these cruises. Now, going into the Caribbean, we'll have to see how far into the Caribbean cruises will go. Will they just go up to Belize, Honduras, Mexico, maybe the Grand Cayman, and then double back to the canal? Or will they just go to Cartagena, to maybe Bogota, Colombia, that area? Maybe Trinidad, Tobago, these other existing stops that are there now, and then come back to thing. I looked at it and I thought, this is brilliant, just brilliant, because there's a couple advantages for Panama to do what they're doing. Number one, if 260 cruise ships are going right past your front door, and now you offer them the opportunity to stop right there at the foot of the mouth of the Panama Canal, basically right beside it, and you can hang out there for a full day. You give your passengers; these passengers are being given a port they've never been to before, so that's a newbie. That's a positive for cruise lines. The other thing I was thinking about was cruise lines have been going through the Panama Canal and then going over to Cartagena, and then making a 2-day suicide run to Miami to finish off a typical Panama Canal cruise starting from LA. Well, here, the cruise lines may decide, we might take away one of the West Coast stops we have now that we're not too crazy about, or we might take out Cartagena. We might take that port right out of the equation, and we'll stop here in Panama City at this port, and then we'll go through the Panama Canal, and then just go right straight to Miami from there. Or we'll add the Cayman Islands as the last stop, or we might add one of our private islands in the Caribbean as our last stop, rather than at a city where we just let them go. We'll keep them in-house for an extra day, and we'll make that much more money from our passengers. So this for cruise lines, to me, this makes a lot of sense. I'm surprised Panama has taken this long to put together a dedicated, high-volume port facility that, by all accounts here, by 2020, 2021, they'll be handling 25,000 passengers a day on turnarounds, let alone visiting ships as well. This is serious numbers, and this is a serious move. So we'll have to see how this one plays out. This should be most interesting. Now, over to Dubai. The Dubai story. I've mentioned to you folks about how Dubai, right now, if you take a cruise to Dubai and just get off the ship for a 6-hour stay, you are going to be near the container port, what they call Rashid, I think is what it's called, the Rashid port. And that's near where the QE2 is parked. The QE2 is sort of in that area as well. It's sort of off by where more of the private yachts are. The QE2 now a floating hotel. But Dubai, about 2-3 months ago, came up with an announcement, and Carnival was in on this as part of a sort of a co-sponsor on this deal. Carnival has signed up to become one of the lead cruise lines to use the brand new Dubai passenger ports that are being built as home ports. Carnival, through all of its different lines, wants to use Dubai as a home port for turnarounds for cruises. Dubai is interested long-term in 2 to 2.5 million passengers a year turning around in Dubai. Now, to give you an idea, Miami right now is 5 million. Port Canaveral is 3 or 4. Those are high numbers. Dubai is looking to get at least half that kind of business and eventually equal Miami's numbers. They are building out their port facility from scratch near what are known as the what's that area called? It's where they have the any of you watch YouTube videos about Dubai, you can see a bunch of them about skydiving in Dubai. There's a skydiving center where there's a runway right by the shore near the huge palm. It's a waterfront artificial island place that they built out. It's a giant bunch of palm branches going out into the water, and a giant circle all around it. And at the very end is a sort of like an Atlantis resort, which is equal to the Atlantis in Nassau, Bahamas. Well, right at the base of that palm leaf going out into the water is a runway where the skydiving is being held right now. I think what they're going to do is they're going to take that out and move it somewhere else. And that area is going to become developed into a world-class major cruise-only port for cruise liners. And they're talking about 6 cruise ships a day turnarounds at the height of business. So they're going to handle 6 cruise ships at a time per day, offloading and unloading passengers. Now, to give, just do the numbers, we're talking 5,000 passengers a ship going forward down the road. That's what they're going to be averaging. We're talking 30,000 passengers getting off, 30,000 passengers getting on every day, 7 days a week. This is big business. It's 420,000 passengers a week. That is serious math. Now, they don't go year round. They don't go 12 months of the year. They have about a 6-month season, heavy season, and then they have a light season after that. Nonetheless, we are talking millions and millions of passengers here that will be going through Dubai if they max it out. That's their plan. They're putting big bucks in there. The port in Dubai, this new port, will have shopping malls. They will have restaurants. They will have entertainment. They will have. This is not just going to be a dreary old warehouse kind of looking terminal building for a couple cruise ships. That's not the deal. If any of you know what Dubai is about, if you've seen the videos of Dubai skyscrapers and these marina developments and whatnot, you're going to know that this whole marina waterfront area is just going to be fully decked out. No expense will be spared to attract the business. Plus, they'll also build right into the terminal full-blown public transit that'll take you right to the airport. I mean, they're not fooling around. They will literally be their elevated rail cars, the subway cars that they have. They don't have like an underground subway. They have sort of an elevated system. They'll build that right to the ships, right to the ports, so that 30,000 passengers coming from the airport, or however many per day, and how many have stayed a few days already, you'll be able to grab a subway or one of the tram lines. They'll take you right to the ships, and vice versa. When it's time to get off your cruise ship, you may want to hang out from Dubai for a couple of days after your cruise is over. You can get right on the transit system, and you'll be able to go to the bunch of the hotels along the way, and you'll be able to disperse into greater Dubai. There is no fooling around here. If it takes a couple $billion, so be it. They have it. They're looking at the next 100 years, not the next election cycle. They don't have election problems in Dubai. Quite an interesting story. I'm fascinated by it. It's amazing to see how infrastructure can be built when the power is there to build it. Unlike our dear friends in California who are desperately trying to build their high-speed train from Los Angeles to San Francisco, they can't get past the environmentalists. They can't shake those guys loose. This just never stops. I think the line that's going to be built from Bakersfield to San Francisco first, and even that is fraught with all kinds of peril, with court cases and everything else, because it's the not in my backyard nonsense that's going on that holds up a lot of these projects. Well, down here in Dubai, they don't have that problem. The ruler rules. That's the end of it, and that's it. It just gets built. The money's there. The expertise is brought in from offshore. So all these American contractors, European contractors, Asian contractors, they're brought in to build it out. The checks don't bounce, and it gets done fast, gets done right. And passengers from around the world will be enjoying this facility. Should be most interesting as we go forward. Anyway, we'll see what the comments have been coming in while I've been talking. Anybody commenting about my shirts? Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we have here. Oh man, you guys have been talking while I've been talking. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I got to go further back. Let's see here. Okay, I got you, Scott Weber, about your cruising coming up. Way to go. Tom Henry. Okay, I got that. Let's see. Thanks, guys. Okay, D&G. Thanks, guys. It means a lot to us. Way to go, D&G. Cat, color me jealous. And Jordan, thumbs ups. Karen Lipson. Hi, Bruce. What did I miss? Absolutely nothing. Karen, there's nothing going on. If you saw yesterday's show, there was a lot going on. Changing of wardrobe, unbelievable. Today, same shirt at the beginning of the show, same shirt here at this part of the show. It's all good so far. But we are having a lot of fun. And Jordan, welcome, Karen Lipson. And Jordan is saying hi to you, Karen, from Australia, Brisbane. Kat, wow. Robert Brandt, Amador Spriticus, the houseboy from the Birdcage. Oh, okay. I remember that movie. I love that movie. That was a lot of fun. Interesting. I don't know. Cat Rose, how big of ships can go through the Panama Canal? The Norwegian Bliss is about as big as they get. That one just went through on the trip from Miami to Los Angeles, now to Seattle. So the Bliss is as big as they can get, and that'll hold 5,000 people. But the Oasis class won't fit. The Oasis class from Royal Caribbean, they won't be able to go through there. They're too wide. Robert Brandt. Oh no, that was Agador. My mistake. Not Agador, not Amador. Oh, there you go. Robert, we're getting old. You know, we're slipping. What can I say? You know, it's just the way it is. The looks are there, but the brain's going. Paul Wilkes. I was thinking the same thing, Robert. Paul, you too. You're also old. You're losing it. Robert. See, Robert Wilkes shared brain. Cat Rose. It was Agador. Thank you, Cat. See, you're keeping the guys straight. Way to go. Let's keep those guys straight now. Robert Brandt, I think was Hank Azaria. That was Hank Azaria, the actor. He was a great role. No socks. Bare feet, wanted to wear shoes with no socks. Oh, man. Paul Wilkes, I think so, Robert. Robert is laughing. Robert Brandt, never been on MSC. Would love to try. I too would like to try MSC. I really am open to trying it. I've heard good things from Europe. I've heard good things about the Divina. I just hadn't heard early on. I did not hear good things about Seaside. Hearing better things now. So, you know, I'm open to trying MSC sometime. Robert Brandt, Cat Rose, yes. Agador Spartacus. Robert Brandt, Miss Robin Williams. What a genius he was. Indeed he was. Scott Weber. Next year, the cruise I will be on will visit Edinburgh in August. And they have something called a tattoo that is a big thing. What is it? I hope it's not someone's actual tattoo. I honestly, I don't know what that is, Scott. Maybe somebody here knows. Cat Rose, me too. Paul Wilgus, my opinion is still out on MSC. Paul Singh. Cat, Scott, I am so jealous. Robert Brandt, the cruise ships go by my back door, but I don't mind. How about that? Tom Henry, has anyone watched Cruise Tips TV review of the Seaside? I saw it at lunch today. It looked good. I've only seen part of one of her videos so far. I haven't had time to catch the rest. I am curious to see what her thoughts were on it. Paul Wilgus said, Robert Brandt, I agree. He was a comic genius. That's Robin Williams. Sylvan, I left for 2 minutes and you guys are talking about Agador Spartacus in the birdcage. Things go fast here. You sneeze and lose track of the conversation. Panama has Cologne on the Atlantic side. Exactly, Sylvan. It just, you know, you snooze, you lose. I mean, around here, things are, you know, we don't want to sit around and collect dust, you know. Robert Brandt, Nathan Lane, silly too, and hilarious, just genius. I love him on Modern Family as well. He's fantastic. Cat Rose Scott, it is a huge gathering of bagpipers. That's what that is. Interesting. Robert Brandt had drinks with Nathan Lane and his husband in New York City. Great guys. No kid. How on earth did you do that? How did that happen? How does that happen? You got it. I can't wait to meet you, Robert. You've got stories. I can't wait to hear these stories. Cat Rose Scott, it is a huge gathering of bagpipers. Okay. Karen Lipson, Tattoo is a military show. I have friends that saw it and said it was very impressive. There you go. There's some information. Paul Wilgus, Nathan Lane is great too. Tom Henry, did you see the post in Facebook? Somebody objected to cruise ships passing his home, so he was standing naked on the lawn to protest. Laugh out loud. Good job for your twins. Tom, you're just causing all kinds of problems. I saw a politician, I believe it was in Norway. I thought it was a Norwegian politician objecting to how many cruise ships were coming into a particular region of Norway. And he stood there naked and waved everybody. I think the passengers enjoyed the hell out of it. Probably got their binoculars and high zoom cameras to zoom in on the feature if they could find it. It's just my guess, but I don't know. Paul Wilgus, I'm laughing my you know what off. Robert Brandt, Tom Henry. Sadly, I think my twins would have more ships coming. You're not scaring them away. You're attracting them. There's you thought of that. Oh, D&G's laughing out loud. They love that one. Tom Henry, I loved Agador, missed the conversation too while posting in Cruise Critic. Well, that serves you right, Tom. If you're just going to willy-nilly watch my show and then just drift off somewhere and expect to come back and think that we're waiting for you, I have news for you. We're moving on, my friend. We don't get dusty here. We keep on going. Oh, my goodness. But I love the multitasking that you're trying to accomplish. I give you kudos for that. You're trying to multitask, and that's okay. Paul Wilgus, Robert Grant. So they could get paid to attract tourism. Tom Henry, get them jobs on the St. Thomas Visitor Association. Robert Grant, I feel for the city of Philadelphia next September when these two are let loose in Philadelphia. They're on their own. Oh, and Jordan, LOL. Robert Brandt, start college next year in Philly. Oh my gosh, Tom Henry. Which college? MG Toe saying Cartagena is full of thieves and scam artists. You are better going to Panama City. Don't get off the boat in Cartagena. There you go. Advice from the man. Robert Brandt, Penn State. They're going to Penn State. Tom Henry, I am Penn State. How about that? Cat Rose, no, I will never go to Dubai. No, I'm not going. You can't make me. Okay. Robert Brandt. Penn State. I'm Penn State, and my wife is Penn, and 4 of our 5 other kids, Penn State. Robert is saying, Tom Henry, my sense of humor had a little fun with the folks in Cartagena. Oh no, Robert Brandt, not very creative, is it? Oh my goodness. Paul Wilgus, Robert Brandt, are they getting group rates? Laughing out loud, Tom Henry. I sense a pattern here, Robert. Robert, oh, I wish Paul Wilgus. Oh, he wishes he could get a group discount. Oh my gosh. D&G, Dubai is a monster of a city in terms of development. It's incredible. Robert Brandt, Abu Dhabi too. Yes, that's true. Cat Rose, why? D&G Explorers, I'd have to have a portable air conditioning backpack to go to Dubai. Much too hot, D&G's. Well, depending on what time of the year you want to go. I mean, you go in the winter, it's pleasant. It's going to be high 70s, low 80s. Very nice in the winter. But whatever. Robert Brandt, they need a new source of revenue there, and they want tourists' money. They want offshore finance, and they're a major cargo center. Absolutely. A lot of business done in Dubai. Cat Rose, laws in Dubai are scary as all hell. Just don't get in trouble. I say, don't get in trouble. Tom Henry, we need to do a building. We need to do a building climbing on the Burj around floor 100, aka Tom Cruise. That's what we need to do. We need to get a rope and just start scaling up like Batman and Robin on the TV show on the outside of the Burj Dubai, and that'll be a thrill. That'll be a meet and greet cruise to beat all meet and greet cruises with Traveling with Bruce. Oh man. Yeah, in the hospital with Bruce. And Jordan, agree, D&G Explorers. I've been there twice in Dubai. The airport is huge. That's as far as I've got, just the airport. It's massive. Yes, it is. Robert Brandt, D&G Explorers. It's a drier heat, but yes, it's a dry heat. D&G, we have major construction going on locally with high-speed rail. Interesting. MG Tow. Long Beach is developing $2 billion cruise terminal. Should have done that long ago. Great place for tourists, including long-term excursions, including Las Vegas. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, California is so underdeveloped when it comes to cruising. So underdeveloped. Oh my gosh. Wendy Thompson. Only thing missing on his T-shirt is cat hair. Here comes Pam. Oh yeah, well, give me a couple of days. I'll have cat hair all over my clothing. Don't you worry about that, kids. Robert Brandt, MG. In the same location they have now or different? Curious about the Long Beach thing. MG Tow, same place, just expanding. Robert Brandt, retired. That's my excuse. Okay, MG Tow, Long Beach wants to be the Miami of the West Coast. Oh, they got work to do. Wendy, bagpipes, lots of them playing. It is great, she said. Sylvain, a tattoo is military marching bands and music, very Scottish. You know, the Royal Canadian Air Force joke. If tis not Scottish, tis crap. Yes, Mike Myers used to do that on Saturday Night Live too. Absolutely. If it's not Scottish, it's crap. Robert Brandt at Sylvan Forest. Sometimes I get distracted and steer things the wrong way. Robert Brandt, traveling with Bruce. Nathan Lane is a friend of my wife for a long time, and after his current show on Broadway, the band played on. We went for a drink, so let's just say no one was sober on the last day after. Oh, I guess so. Big party. That's fantastic, Robert. Isn't that awesome? What a friend to have. Awesome. That's wonderful. D&G at Robert Brandt. We should meet up in St. Thomas in December. Let's have a bushwhacker. Robert Brandt, not Penn State. Penn is University of Pennsylvania. So it's not Penn State. It's University of Pennsylvania. Okay. Okay. Very good. Robert Brandt, both good schools, you say. Tom Henry, what do you make of this? Our cruise critic meet and greet member has canceled the Bliss cruise, decided to book the Sun on a South America cruise. Our leader has flown the coop. Okay, Tom Henry, what is this? Our meet and greet? I mean, the member is well. I don't know. I mean, whatever you want to do. Go whatever cruise you want. What can I say? Tracy, Robert Brandt, I wanted to see that play. I'm sure it was good. D&G Explorers. Hi, Tracy Dunlap. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, anything Nathan Lane is in is got to be great. I can imagine that 25 years ago, you could have seen a Broadway play with Nathan Lane as a character in there, star or co-star, and you would have been able to get in for under $50. Today, you go and try and see a play starring Nathan Lane on Broadway. You are paying dearly to get into there now. I am sure it's a lot more expensive than it used to be. Robert Brandt saying at D&G, it drinks anytime. Just let me know when you are in St. Thomas. Robert Brandt, for that matter, I'll meet any of you out there in St. Thomas. Absolutely. I'm trying to figure out a way to put a group cruise together, meet and greet with traveling with Bruce, that definitely will stop in St. Thomas, because I want to put together some kind of a shore excursion for you guys. With the help of someone that's there now, we'll love to put something together. So I'm scheming away here, and we'll see what we can do. I'm not just interested in having a meet and greet cruise where I just say hi to you on the ship, and that's that. I want to do a little more than that. So that's why it's taking a little longer. And I had a long chat today with vacationstogo.com, and it was very, very fruitful. A lot of good ideas coming out of there. Tom Henry, well, Richmond is between St. Thomas and Philly. Drive and stop here. When in the area, pop on by. How about that? Well, we shall see what we can do with meet and greets and everything else. I'm very much looking forward to seeing as many of you as possible going forward. Tom Henry, 195 is just a couple of miles away. He says, there you go, Highway 195. What do we got today? We got 38 people watching right now, 22 thumbs ups. Thank you very much for the thumbs ups, you guys. I very much appreciate that. Tomorrow's Saturday. I'm on the air 2 in the afternoon tomorrow. I'll be, if I have any news, I'll bring that, of course, and of course, I'll have some trivia for you guys. So I'll look forward to that show. Hope you can pop by and see me with that. What was the news on the horizon? What was the news on the horizon? Tom Henry, excuse me, Robert Brandt. I'm in Philly sometimes, Tom Henry, so perhaps we might get together. The news on the Carnival Horizon that I had, the last I got was the engine, the Azipod was repaired. Whatever the issue was resolved. I have a feeling that it was basically rebooted. I'm going to guess it was a software issue, not necessarily mechanical. I think left hand, right hand, trying to figure out what to do. So I think it was a computer issue, a glitch of some kind, not even a software glitch, I don't know. But apparently the techs that were brought on board were able to get the Horizon in working order, and the cruise ship hit normal speed, had regular cruising speed back to New York. No problem whatsoever. And it was in New York yesterday, did a turnaround, and is now back at sea, from what I'm told. The crew member that passed away on board the Carnival Horizon was a 30-something-year-old fellow from India. He passed away in his cabin. They are speculating that it might have been a heart attack, but no one has said anything official. No one will go on the record with it. Just off the record guesses. And his family had been notified of the tragic news. It's a sad story, and the person that contacted me yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I got a message about the Horizon, about how the ship was repaired, the engines and whatnot, told me that they knew about the engine, but they heard nothing about the passing of a cruise member, did not know. Only those who were on the internet could have possibly known that information had they been looking up information about cruise ships. Of course, if you watch Traveling with Bruce when you're on a cruise, you're up to date on what's going on. You'd have known a couple of days earlier, but sadly, there are people out there who don't watch Traveling with Bruce every day religiously like they should be. And I'm sorry to say that affects my numbers. What can I say? Anyway, there you go. Let's see here. Let's go here. D&G, that would be awesome to do a cruise there, Bruce. Tom Henry, didn't you post a teaser saying it was going to be a topic today? Topic not on the horizon. Yesterday, I did the topic on horizon, not today. Robert Brandt, or Tom Henry, we could meet in the swamp. Tom Henry works for me. Cat Rose, keep them on the ship. And Jordan, that sounds awesome. Robert Brandt, yes, Bruce, U.S. Virgin Islands sounds amazing. It's been many years since I've been there. Tom Henry, does the seaside stop at St. Thomas? I don't know. I have to look into that. Robert Brandt and Jordan, it would be fun, but wherever the group cruise is, I'll be on it. There you go. Tracy Dunlap, no swamp at Robert Brandt. Too crazy busy. I avoid at all costs when driving to Pennsylvania. Robert Brandt, Tom Henry, I think St. Croix might be a nice stop as well. St. Croix, just off of Puerto Rico, not too far from Puerto Rico. I know St. Croix is busy rebuilding, as was Puerto Rico, and should be back up and running by now. Hopefully, they're back to normal and we're as close to normal as possible. That was a tough blow that they took in St. Croix, along with the other islands as well. Interesting. Well, there you go. That's my topic of the day. The topic was Panama, and the topic was Dubai. And we threw in a little bit of Carnival Horizon, and we threw in some shirt information. It's all good. I hope you enjoyed my show today. I hope you didn't find it too boring. And I hope you'll be around for tomorrow's show at 2 o'clock, because I'll be on the air at 2. Anybody have any other comments they want to make before I call it a day? Thank you for all your thumbs ups. If you can spare any today, I would really appreciate that. We now have 25 thumbs ups going on the show right now. Hopefully, we'll pop that up a little higher before we shut her down. But we're always in appreciation of any and all thumbs ups. Thanks also to all of you who are watching my regular videos, the other videos I post, and who share them on Facebook. Fantastic. I really appreciate that. It's terrific. Paul, we'll see you all tomorrow. Paul, Sylvan, Boris, great show. Thanks. Robert Brandt. Color of the day is Bronze Poop. And Jordan, ditto. Robert Brandt, looking forward to meeting you all. Yeah, we'll see how we can do that. Robert Brandt, thumbs up. Debbie, Emmanuel, great show. Bruce, great show. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day, Bruce. Toodles. Toodles to you, Debbie. Paul Wilgus, laughing out loud. Robert, laughing out loud. Thanks again, Jim Thomas, for your contribution today. Really appreciate it. Fantastic. And D&G from last night. Thank you guys for that. Appreciate it very much. Paul Wilgus, laughing out loud. Tracy Dunlap, we'll see you tomorrow, Bruce, and all. Thank you, Tracy, and thank you for your contribution too. I got that yesterday after the show as well. Thank you very much. Thumbs up, 30. Just got 5 more thumbs ups. 31. Just got another one. They're coming in. And Jordan, thumbs ups. MG Toe, S happens on cruise ships, just like any other institution or building. That's a business. Fix it, and life moves on. That is true, sir. People. They sometimes die without notice. Go figure. It's just rude, but it does happen. 32 thumbs ups. Oh my goodness, another one's coming in. Thank you everyone for throwing me thumbs ups at the end of this show, adding momentum to the channel. D&G, thanks, Bruce. Great show. Thanks, D&G. You guys have a great night, great weekend. If I see you tomorrow, I see you tomorrow. If I don't, I'll talk to you Monday. Robert Brandt, I see 33. Bye, everyone. Tom Henry saying, and Jordan, awesome show, Bruce. See you tomorrow. Trivia, go. Tokyo Debbie. That's right. Tokyo Debbie is right. How are we doing on the thumbs ups there? Yeah, that is right. 33 thumbs ups. This is Robert Brandt says 34. How about that? Zanesville. There's a topic. Karen, thanks, Bruce. Great show. Thanks, Karen. Have a good one. You take care. 33 I show right now. Don't see 34, but maybe it's on a tape delay. Who knows? We'll take them all. Nina Frank, have a good one. Debbie Manuel, bye, and stay safe. Giving everybody a chance to say goodbye to everybody else. But we're down to 28 viewers. Slowly, we're petering out. 33 ups, 1 down. Thank you, everybody, for that. And today was August the 17th, 2018, Friday. I'm on tomorrow. I will see you at 2 in the afternoon. Everyone, please have a pleasant evening. Stay safe out there. We'll talk to you tomorrow. And thank you for all your support. Okay, guys. I'm out of here. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.